Man Business TV. He's getting at your bitch ass.
She get wicked. Like what you saying. Wrong. She get wicked. Yeah.
Snitch is a snitch, yeah, whether poor or rich, huh? I talk in the exact same pitch. Now the title snitch don't apply to all, but all a little snitch in them.
Damn!
Yo, shout out the season, man. Shout out the season, man.
Yo, I thought this nigga boy Big Mike.
Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Grown Man Business. And listen, Fat Joe, I'm on your motherfucking head, homie. Joey Crack, I'm on your motherfucking head, man. So let's get right into it. Now, first and foremost, I want to say, you know, it's not looking good, Joey Crack. It's not looking good right now. You know what I'm saying? The allegations, you know what I mean, it's sticking. It's not looking good for you. You know, I said I wasn't going to speak on this. I said, you know, I'm not gonna tap into this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let niggas do their thing, and I didn't believe it. Right? But you know, more DMs is coming in, and you know, that led me to the homie Star, to the big homie Star's channel. You know what I mean? I listened to him talk to the dude Lex, and I gotta say, man, shit not looking good for you right now, Joey. You know, it's really amazing, man. I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised, and I'll tell you why. I said this back when 6ix9ine got exposed. You understand? I did a video talking about it, and you know, what I said was I don't condone no ratting shit. I don't condone no niggas that's in the street that get put in a position and they start telling. I don't condone that. But you know, 6ix9ine is a rat, for sure. Whole FBI informant, he's a rat, right? But he stands in his truth. He calls himself a rat. You understand? And not only does he call himself a rat, he points the finger at all the rats. And that's the one thing I gotta respect. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to know just one gatekeeper or one gatekeeper. Choke, no joke. I want to know all the gatekeepers. Let's expose all of them. Let's bring them all to the light by name. And the same thing with the rats. I don't want to just know 6ix9ine is a rat and then focus on 6ix9ine for the next 20 years. Nah. Let's expose 6ix9ine for what he is, and let's find all the rats in the industry, all the rats in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? It's time that they be exposed. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, I gotta say, man, again, Joey Crack is not looking good. Now, me personally, I'm gonna take this from a few different angles, man. Just maybe a couple different angles. You know how I do. Grown man business at all time. It's always gonna be a message in a bottle. You feel me? It's don't shoot the messenger. You feel me? I'm just here to give it to you. So, you know, like I said, first and foremost, it's not looking good. The paperwork is official. You got people on this shit. They on it, man. You know what I'm saying? And the paperwork is official. You got to say, man, it's court documents. And I want to say, you know, it's not just about, you know, pointing a finger at a particular person. It's multiple ways you can rat. You understand? And one of the ways you can rat is by accounting, you know what I'm saying, and telling something that happened, right? And giving a whole story about something that happened, and that leading to the conviction of somebody or multiple people. You don't have to say this person did it, but if you say, you know, the person that did it had a green jacket on, and they got evidence that this dude had a green jacket on, and you get on the stand, for the prosecutor, the DA, you know, you're ratting, man. And you know, this shit goes deep. It goes deep. You know what I'm saying? This is about Fat Joe. But I gotta say, I was alive and I grew up in a time where TIP, you know, Tip, got those charges. You know what I mean? His Sprinter van got shot up. His homie got his head blown off. God rest his soul. And Tip got on that stand and accounted everything that happened that night. And that led to a couple people getting life sentences and all that other shit that came with it. You understand? Believe it or not, that is telling. That is ratting. You know, when Tip caught those charges and he got caught with all those guns, and he only got a year in jail, being like a 7 to 8 time felon. You got to know there was some cooperation involved with that. You understand? But we're going to stay right now on Joey Crack. Soon to be Joey the Rat. Goddamn, it's not looking good, Joey. But let me take it a step deeper. You know how I like to give it up. When I was coming up, you know, everything was hyper masculinity, hyper aggressive. You understand? It came from the poverty. I said this before. It came from the poverty. It came from, you know, all of the things that we went through as black people. You know what I mean? On this soil. You understand what I'm saying? And everything was hyper aggressive, my nigga. Hyper masculinity. Everything was hyper, right? And you got these rappers, man, selling poverty, selling poison. You know, we literally was brainwashed. And I'm talking about my generation. I'm an 80s baby. So you get in where you fit in. We was brainwashed by the artists, by the rap artists. You know, we was told that, you know, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You know, all they talked about was selling crack. You know what I mean? Shooting niggas, killing niggas. You know, and that shit was, you know, on young minds, that shit was very influential. And it led a lot of people to the prison system. They literally was selling prison, selling the penitentiary to us. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, it gets deep, you know, from Joey Crack to TIP, even all the way to Jay-Z. You know, I'm not calling Jay-Z, you know, a rat. I've never heard of him being a rat. But, you know, he made a song called It Was All Good just a week ago. And then years later, he works with Desiree Perez, who's a known FBI informant. You know what I mean? This lady has put multiple Cuban and Colombian and Mexican drug cartels behind bars. And he works side by side with a rat. But when I was coming up on a Hard Knock Life album, he made It Was All Good just a week ago. And I say that to say this, you know, it's a lot of young black men that went to the penitentiary that could have came home if they cooperated on this or if they cooperated on that. But the music and the environment and the culture taught us that you never tell, you never rat, you do not cooperate, you don't bend, break, or fold at any point of the process. You stand 10 toes down and you take every year that they give you. Which, now that I think about it, you know, those people, those private prisons, the owners of that, oh, that's a hell of a motherfucking strategy. They would love that. They would love for you not to tell and for you to take 100 years. That means they're gonna be in business for the next 100 years or until you die. Again, like I said, I'm, you know, I gotta say, I'm involved. We all was brainwashed that listened to that music, that followed those rules. You know, so that's what I'm saying. I want to take it a little bit deeper than just Joey Crack and rats that's in the industry. You know what I'm saying? When you go back, man, the whole stop snitching movement, you know, I was alive for that. I was active. I was active outside. You know what I'm saying? When that whole stop snitching thing came, and that was powerful. It was powerful how people followed that. Stop snitching. And then what you realize is you get into some shit, you get into some deep enough shit, and one of the dudes in your crew cooperate and they go home to their family. And I'm not saying that it's right to snitch. I'm not condoning snitching. You understand? But I am saying this. We were lied to. Now let's go back to the artists, right? These very artists like Joey Crack, I want to stick with him, would rap about selling crack, rap about the streets, rap about not snitching. Make you, you know, telling you that if you snitch, man, you a rat. You know what I mean? You should be exterminated. You know what I mean? I could go through his motherfucking archive of records and find, I'm sure, millions of references when it comes to rats. You understand? But as soon as he gets put in a position where he's gonna lose it all, he finds a way to cooperate. That's what the paperwork is saying. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, it's a new day and age. It's a lot of technology now. It's, you know, a lot of things are paperless. But back in those days with that charge, oh, it's not paper. Everything was paper. And you know, being a top artist, having money, you can have certain things hidden. You can have certain things put away that can't be recovered or discovered. And with all this technology, you know what I mean, and all this money floating around, a lot of things are being brought to the light, Joey. You understand what I'm saying? And I just, you know, speaking to the youngins, man, and even people that's 80s babies, people that's my age, OGs, you know, you got to understand how influential the music game is, how influential our culture is, how influential rap is on the youngsters. They running around thinking you ain't supposed to snitch, and the top artists have told. I gotta tell you, it's probably 100 more motherfucking artists that have paperwork on them that's gonna come out to the light. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually just it's a hell of a time to be alive, I gotta say. Cause again, I was active in it. I grew up in it. I seen it with my own eyes. That you are not supposed to snitch. That you stand 10 toes down. You understand what I'm saying? Some of that theory is what made me not go so far into the streets. You know what I mean? I went out, got off the porch, started making moves, and certain things I wouldn't do. Cause I didn't never want to be in a position to be away from my family for the rest of my life, or have to even think about selling somebody out. You know, it's definitely a bad look, Joey Crack. I mean, your fucking name is Joey Crack. You understand me? And now niggas is pulling up paperwork on you. I'm not gonna stay on this too long, but I just want to reiterate. You know, it's powerful. You know, it was powerful for me to see Jay-Z stand side by side with a known rat. A known rat. You know what I'm saying? You already know about Choke. They saying he's a rat. It's paperwork on you, Choke. And you dying to be back in bed with a nigga who's standing next to a rat. It says it just confirms it. You know, I'm gonna wait to see some more on this. You know, as far as what Joey's gonna say, he hasn't responded yet. Definitely waiting for that. You know, how long do that take? Niggas got paperwork. That's not fake paperwork, my G. That's not fake paperwork, my G. That's not fake. And the accounts read off that paperwork, man. Only certain people knows that shit, Joey. And they saying Joe Cartagena, my G, you got some motherfucking explaining to do, Fat Joe. You got some real explaining to do. You know what I'm saying? You were one of the people that led a whole nation of black men to the jail cell. A whole nation of Puerto Ricans to the jail cell. To the jail cell. You gotta stand on that, my G. You gotta stand on that. And what's crazy is, what I'm noticing is, when you apply this pressure to these rappers, to these artists, they get distant. They barely can speak. They don't have too much to say. But you gotta know, but they are very articulate when it comes to these motherfucking rhymes. When it comes to talking about selling drugs, when it comes about talking about motherfucking the South Bronx. You can speak it facts. And you give it up fast. Nigga, it wouldn't take you 2 minutes to say, nigga, this is South Bronx, nigga, I used to slice niggas, I used to do this, I used to do that. But when the motherfuckers produce paperwork on you, you ain't got nothing to say. Niggas is oh. And that's one thing I do respect about 6ix9ine. Yes, he is a rat. But did he run from being a rat? Before I slide on this, I wanna leave y'all with this, right? These artists, they create so much money, right? They have so many accolades. These motherfuckers have Grammys. They have TV shows. They have, you know, created generational wealth for their families. They have circled the globe 30 times on yachts. You know, this whole picture they paint, this facade they paint for us. You understand? And, you know, they wear all this ice. They wear, you know, they're the top tier of living, what they present, right? But when it comes to that snitch jacket, they still don't want to wear it. You know, you would think Joey Cracker say, you know, I was in a position, man, and I fucked up. And I told, and I did what I had to do to keep my career, to keep my family, to keep my wife, to do everything I needed to do, right? And to get to this point in my life, I had to tell. But that's the hardest thing for these niggas to swallow, bro. That's the hardest thing for these niggas to take in, is that you told. It's like the worst stain you can have on your jacket. And I wouldn't give a fuck how high up you get. That's what I'm realizing. You know, this shit is very revealing, bro. You know, be careful what you ask for in this world. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, you see things and you think that that's what you want. Oh man, I wish I could, you know, be careful what you ask for in this world. You just might get it, man. And everything you do, you gonna pay for it. Trust me. You're gonna pay for it. You know, that shit is wild, crazy allegations. But Joey, it's not looking good, man. I'm gonna leave you with this. You got some motherfucking explaining to do. Cause if you don't speak up, You're going from Joey Crack to Joey Rat. Guaranteed, nigga. Guaranteed. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Grown Man Business. Grown Man Business at all times, man. You already know what it is, man. We only going up. The numbers only going up. We gonna keep going. We ain't stopping. Keep a foot on all these niggas' necks. Man, listen, I'm not exposing you, but I'm gonna step on your neck. Facts. I'm gonna step on your motherfucking neck, period. You know what time it is, man. So it's Grown Man Business. You know, you can tap in or you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap in to this grown man business. I suggest you tap in to this grown man content at all times. At all times. That's all we doing over here. Nothing more, nothing less. So again, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Grown Man Business. You can tap in or you can tap out. But you know what you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. I suggest you tap in.